Living in Vietnam versus living in Spain. Which place is better? Now, I'm going to give you my perspective, but I need to pause and say that I only lived in Vietnam for about 2.5 months, but I have lived in Spain for over 10 years. So I can just give you kind of my insight, and you can do whatever you want with that. If you've seen any videos in Vietnam, especially in Da Nang, you've seen the amazing beaches. Here in Spain, they also have amazing beaches. Some of the main differences that come to mind are cost of living. Spain is cheaper than the US, but Vietnam is much cheaper than Spain. So you can get a typical dish in Vietnam for about $1. You can get a typical dish here, if you're lucky, for about $6 or $7. I would say walkability is much better in Spain. In Vietnam, there's motorbikes everywhere. There's stuff all over the sidewalks. Both countries are very safe, but I think Vietnam would take the cake for this one. As far as safety, I think it's safer than Spain, but Spain is very safe. It's one of the things that I love most about living here. I can just walk around, don't have to worry. At the very most, you might have somebody pickpocketing you if you're in Barcelona or something. Vietnam is more, as far as foreigners go, they're kind of more doing their own thing, whereas here in Spain, you kind of have to conform a little bit more, or there's not maybe so much variety of activities. I mean, I live in Malaga, so it's not that big of a city, but when I was in Da Nang, Vietnam, I just got the sensation that there was stuff going on all the time. Another thing with the traffic is in Vietnam, I feel like the people, there's a lot less road rage. Not that there's a lot here, but people tend to get a little bit annoyed, honking horns. There's so many more fruit varieties in Vietnam. It's a tropical country, so you've got so many tropical fruits. Here in Spain, there's a lot of great food, great fresh vegetables and fruits, tomatoes, oranges. So the diet is Mediterranean. Of course, location-wise, it's closer to other European countries, France, Germany, Italy, whereas Vietnam is closer to South Korea, Japan. The language part is a plus for me. I studied Spanish, and it's nice to be in a country where I can speak the language, whereas Vietnamese is like so difficult to learn. I tried, I thought I'll at least get to be conversational, and no, it was so difficult. I would say in general in Vietnam, I feel like the locals, they're a lot more neutral towards the tourists as far as like letting them do whatever they want, provided that they're being respectful. But you also feel welcome here. If in Spain, if you're in the city, you can walk almost everywhere, or take a bus or train. It's, public transportation is good, but in Vietnam, you can just order a Grab, which is like Uber, and just like take it from one spot to the other and not have to worry about price. There's just more mobility, I guess, in that sense. Culture-wise, Spanish people, they go out and about more. There was a lot of people out in Da Nang, but I did not see, like, as far as nightlife goes, like in the clubs and stuff in Vietnam, there wasn't many people dancing, whereas here you'll see a ton of people dancing, a ton of people going out. Obviously, the histories of both countries are different. But if you're watching this video, you're just wondering like where to travel or where to potentially move. It really is all going to boil down to your interests and what you're looking for. If you studied some Spanish and you want to speak some Spanish, you can be here for a month. And if you immerse yourself, you could be conversational. Hopping on a plane and getting to Germany or France or Italy in an hour or two. Especially Malaga, where I'm based, it's like such a livable place. Just not too big, not too small, very safe. So much good food, so many fresh fruits and vegetables, places to go out, places to explore. Gateway to Europe and Africa. Amazing sunny weather. It's sunny 320 days out of the year. Whereas in Vietnam, it's sunny in like most times, but then there's rainy season too, so at least in Da Nang. Both places are good options. The world is so vast, you guys. It's so amazing. There's so many things to see and do and experience, and sometimes life is about just sitting in your backyard or on your front porch or just relaxing and enjoying the little things. But then other times it's cool to explore. I mean, we're all like plopped on this earth. Nobody asked to be born. Here we are on this planet Earth, and there's just so much to see and do and experience. Why would we stay in one spot? That's my opinion. If your objective is you want to live in an affordable, safe place with rich culture, history, food, they both are good options, Spain and Vietnam. It all boils down to what you want. But remember that no choice is perfect, and every single decision has pros and cons. You're never going to be able to walk any path without some rocks in it. So if you go to Vietnam, you'll find things that you like and don't like. Same thing with Spain. Same thing if you stay in the US or wherever you're at. So just ask yourself what you're looking for, and good luck.